Hello everyone, this is Untitled Chapter, and welcome to another Fabric mod overview, this time on Facility, a mod that adds the ability for you to use crates, as well as a multitude of other things. With crates, you can make them like so, and you can go between a slotted or not, just by putting it in the crafting grid. And what I've come across is that when you place it in the world, and in survival when you access it, you can put things in. So for example, we'll put a bunch of tools in and see if they stack, which they do. We'll use some that have durability differences. We'll find out that is also the case as well as the fact that we can probably just stack a multitude of things in here, and we should be good to go. Now, as you can see on the side, there is a limit to how much you can put in there, same as what it says on the tooltip. And yeah. Now, when placing these in creative, I did realize that I was unable to open the interface, unless it's just that when you have things, multiple crates on you. So for example, I just have this here, which I'm not doing with MPT. You just keep right clicking and that's it. You just keep applying a crate if you have a crate in your hand. So keep that in mind when using them. Okay, so you can. It's just as long as you have a crate in your hand, it'll keep placing. So best to not have that and interact with them, which is what caught me when I was trying to work these out for the first time. You also have a filter for A to Z, Z to A, the amount that you have, so from 1 and then the highest, the reverse of that, so the higher the stack, it will appear first, the lower the stack, it will appear last, and so on. You can also search for axes. If I wanted to, I could try searching mods or something, and it probably won't show because it's not supposed to do that. But we'll find out though. We'll do something like torch arena and see if that works. Nope, so I can't do that. I can do jack-o'-lantern instead. So yeah, you've got that. The slotted allows you to have slots. So we do just a bunch of these. We'll see the stacking there. You've got the following, but it seems to be just 6. So if I do this, it'll increase to 70. But I'm assuming it may or may not limit based on stacks, rather than the other being more just about putting stuff in and that's it, and it doesn't matter. Now we will try some enchanted books and see if they work, which they will also get stacked, but okay, so we've got a lot less there now, because they're taking up more spaces. So we get some more books. They'll limit the amount of space you have, whilst if we do it in here, it doesn't seem like it'll be limited. It'll still have the same size. So this is always going to be limited to 32 stacks, and if you have some that are MBT or single items, they're going to limit the amount of access you have to those 32 stacks. So keep that in mind when using those. There's a creative one that obviously has no recipe and is for creative use. Upon right clicking, nothing there. You can obviously use a redstone signal for outputting items, and you can expand crates off of these, which if I had any, obviously it would keep doing that, keep expanding, but I'm assuming you would want to use this among some of the other crates for transporting stuff out, as hoppers are not compatible with them, and you just want to use them for testing. So if we actually happen to get a crate here, we get a lever here, get a hopper, and we'll see what's possible. So if we put a hopper in there, and that there, nothing there, not too sure then, but either way, for testing, and you can output random items, give them the redstone signal if need be. There's no interface for it, so yeah. Otherwise, you've got the hyper crate, which is bigger, but still not compatible with hoppers, and it doesn't have a recipe at the moment. If you put stuff in, you can see that it's got I'm assuming that's double the... well, it's definitely not the 32-bit Java integer. I'm assuming it's double that or the 64-bit one. So, yeah, you've got now a lot, or an infinite sort of crate, by the looks of things. So you can put stuff in, and yeah, you'd be going for quite a while. In terms of stack size, I'm assuming it's not limited this time. You'll just keep going into the one there, which is also a good sign. I don't know if that was possible prior to this, which we'll see. Nope, it was still possible before, just didn't try it out that much. And should be in this as well, yeah. So it's much a bigger one, still isn't controlled with hoppers, but it's a more infinite sized one, but there's no recipe yet, so possibly for testing, similar to the creative. You've got the bin, which is a smaller one that you just use a regular crate of paper, or 2 bins or 4 bins if you have stacked them. And upon interacting with it, not much happens on the left side, but the front display and convenient access means I'm assuming that you may be able to limit stuff, or it is a void related one. So we put this in here, it takes up that, put in something that stacks differently, if I can find it, not the best way to go about searching. There, we'll go with potions, which can't appear in here it seems. So we go with enchanted books instead, can't put any in there either. I'm assuming I can only put the one item that's in there. Yep, so since yellow wool is in there, it's the only thing that can appear, and I'm assuming you can also display that as well, which is also a way of sending it in. So it's only limited to 1, so it's pretty much like a barrel of sorts, and if I want to keep stacking these, I can. So it's a single item storage option. Same filters there, except for, actually no, same filters. You've got the 2x1, which stores, I'm assuming, double what the original could. It's 228, no, less. Okay, so you can store less, but you can divide the amount of things that you can put in here. Oh, sorry, stack 2 lots of them. So if we wanted to put something else in there, we can't. If we wanted to put more clay in, we could. And we can put more striped wood stem as well. So you've got options there, but you've got less between each. You've still got the same storage size of 2048, but you're splitting it between 2 stacks. And then the 4-1 is obviously same size, but it's 512 for each. So we'll just put the different, actually we'll do that. We'll do wool, because it's easy to distinguish between. And that's that. It already displays it on the front. So if we wanted to put any green in that lime in there, we can't. We've got the bin creative, which obviously is a creative version of it, and the rest should act pretty much the same, and they're just endless storage of sorts. So I'll put smoothstone in. I can put smoothstone in, assuming I should put it on the front so it reflects that, and that's already used up already, and it's just going to infinitely keep storing.